Good morning, everybody. I welcome you once again to our bi-weekly online training. So on this morning, I'll be taking you all through our hotel and smart lock system. But I'll majorly be focusing on our wireless hotel lock management solution. So I'm going to be taking you through, I'll be giving you an overview of how our wireless hotel management system works. I'll be taking you through the devices that supports our the wireless hotel lock management system. So I'll be giving you a comparative advantage of the traditional hotel lock we use and as compared to the new wireless hotel management solutions we are currently trying to implement. So let's start. We are still expecting a lot of people. And then shortly after this brief overview, so because I always want every section to be interactive, so I'll want your inputs. So I would want everyone's input on this solution and see how we can create scenarios around this and how it can work. So I'll also be showing you how the software works. I'll be running you through an overview of how the software works. So the kind of software you can use for this particular solution. So let's begin. So the contents I'll be taking you through the background, related products, selling points, then other details. So this is a brief introduction of what our smart hotel solution, the new smart hotel solution we are currently implementing. So this is a brief introduction of how it works. So, the traditional hotel system we use uses just a basic mode of configuration, a basic mode of connection, whereby you have your reader, you have your lock, then you have your software. So all you have to do is map your reader, map your lock with your reader, then map it to the software. That's all you have to do using this traditional hotel lock. So they are so interdependent with each other, whereby you have to ensure that you encode your card on your reader before you can use it to communicate with the door. And there are so many deficiencies with that solution. So ZKTeco, we are all about being innovative, looking for ways to always improve our products, looking for solutions that will work, seamless solutions, how we can, because I've so many people come up to me and tell me, oh, they want a solution whereby they want to be able to check their, they want to be able to see their hotel logs. I want to be in Ghana, I want to be in UK, and I want to be seeing the hotel logs in my hotel. I want to be seeing if they are online or offline. I want to be seeing the reports. I want to be seeing the number of entries, the number of the exits. I want to be seeing all those details. So these are the details that traditional hotel logs won't offer you. So, but with ZK new hotels, smart hotel solutions, I can assure you that there are so many options, so unlimited options that you can see and you can form scenarios around as I take you through this. So number one, what are the disadvantages of traditional solutions? So without communication between lock and system. So like I said, so there is no real-time communication between the lock and system. Basically, what is happening with traditional solutions are just you mapping your card to your reader. So there's no form of real-time communication between your lock and your system. So whereby you can now say, oh, you want to generate reports, you want to generate certain reports. Basically, what the lock does, what the card does to your lock in traditional hotels system is that your card takes some certain parameters from the software, then encodes with the reader, then map those certain parameters to the log. So the log follows those the certain parameters encoded on the card. So you have a complicated MF card configuration on the log without real-time monitoring on DOS status. Like I said, your log only takes the certain parameters from the card. So which is very, very number one, which is very stressing. You can't obtain real-time monitoring, and you can't generate report of transactions. You can't make transactions report because you can't know what certain number of log is opening, what number of door. So you can't view real-time monitoring from, let's say you're in UK, you're in Ghana, and you want to view some certain number of logs to see if they are online or offline. So you can't do that using the traditional hotel log management system. But that doesn't say that these logs, it doesn't eliminate their usefulness. So they all have their use cases. So let's say you are managing just a small hotel business. So, and you just need something. You are not really particular about the real-time monitoring. You're not really particular about report generation and all that. So you can go for these traditional solutions. But when we are now talking of big businesses, big hotels, we don't want to be using this traditional log system. We want to be able to see what log is online, what are the basic accesses that are implemented on this log, so that in case whereby there's vandalism or anything, you can be able to view your log in real time. So that is where the new implementation of our wireless hotel log solution, that is where it comes in. So for a traditional hotel log, I'm sure most of us will be familiar with these logs. So we have the LH series. So mind you, if you're the reason why I'm making this comparison is that people tend to confuse our products that can work with our wireless solution. They tend to confuse it with our legacy products that doesn't use the wireless solution. So these are legacy products. We have the LH series. They are basically called the LH series. We have the LH 6500. We have the LH 7500. We have the LH 5000. We also have LH 3000. So they are basically called the LH series. So when you see the LH series, you know that, oh, these are traditional logs, and you can basically use this for small hotel business. They are affordable. So you can make use of this log. So they are perfectly designed, they are strong. So I'm not going to downplay their effectiveness. So it's just based on consumers' preference. So this is the software that works with the listed LH series. We have the ZKBiosecurity software. So the ZKBiosecurity software is an application-based software. So it's a system-based software. So a system-based software are softwares that you tend to install on your PC. So when you install this software on your PC, you can't do remote monitoring. That's number one. You can't access it from anywhere because they are basically embedded on your system. So they are on your computer. So your computer is serving as the server to this system. Can you all hear me? Some people are.
I can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
I hear you. We can hear you.
Great. Let me proceed. So if you are making recommendations, you need to know this set of particular product lines before even saying, okay, you want to go into the technical know-how, and you have to know the product lines. You have to know what product works for what particular solution, and what product should you use in such cases. So ZKBiolog system is a system-based software that you install on any of your computer. Your computer serves as that server. So it uses MySQL 2005. So your computer is basically the one hosting the server as compared to the solution I'm going to show you now. So for ZKBiolog software, we use these product lines. We use the LH series for ZKBiolog softwares. So we use the LH series. I always advise people, if you want just a small hotel medium solution, you make use of this set of product lines. So, and the major software used is ZKBiolog software. Although there's also ZKBiosecurity 3.0, but people tend to confuse the software I'm going to be introducing with ZKBiosecurity 3.2.0. So yes, so these are the advantages of these wireless solutions. So we have wireless communication, simple online configuration, easy data management, real-time monitoring on log status, professional all-in-one solutions. So, you know, at ZKTeco, we are always particular about integration, right? So, like I've explained in previous training, I always talk about the idea of integrations, because without integrations, there can't be any reasonable innovations. So, innovation brings about different forms of integration. That's why we have IoT, which is Internet of Things. So in the security space, we also want to have our own little IoT system that borders around security. That's why we have the ZK Biosecurity V5000, which I'm sure we are all familiar. So with the hotel log, you can integrate it with different modules also. So the solution I'm going to show you, you can also integrate it with different solutions. And you know, ZKTeco, when it comes to third-party integration, we are also our solutions are also suitable for that. So these are the advantages. So I want also to note down things, to note down scenario. Let's discuss this. Note down scenarios on how you think you can effectively maximize the usage of these product lines and the solution I'll be showing you. So this is the first one of the very first products, so which is the ZL400. So you know, the first legacy product I showed you was the LH series. Now we are now going to be talking about the ZL series. So when you call any of our sales personnel and you tell them, okay, you want an hotel log for so I want the ZL series. So they'll specify for you. You want the ZL400, you want the ZL500, you want the ZL600. So these are the specifications for the ZL400. It is made of zinc alloy, so American standard mortise with 5 latches. So it uses ZigBee communication. So ZigBee communication is basically what allows intercommunication of different logs. So different logs communicating together. So ZigBee is what allows for that communication. So the door thickness, if you are going to be installing it on any door, make sure that the thickness is between 35 to 55 millimeters. That's the standard. So because I have a lot of people who install a lot of our logs. So it is very important to always check the specification of the logs. It is all there on our website. It is all there on our website. It is very important to check log specifications. So before installing any log on any door, you have to check the specifications. So specifications will give you an idea of what you want to install and how you are going to implement your installation. So like for the battery, use it for a alkaline battery. So I used to recommend that you go for Duracell. So you go for Duracell batteries. If you are going to be getting any battery, go for Duracell. Duracell we take the battery for up to like 6 months to a year. So the card type is ISO embedded. So it uses to shorten this long card type, so it uses a MyFair card. So we also have readers that supports RFID cards, but generally our locks uses MyFair cards. So, and this is the dimension, as you can see, for specifications. So this is the ZL500. You can see the ZL500 is much more, is a little bit sophisticated. So it has a modern design. This
Oh, Mona, they asked me for something.
The day is coming, maybe they this class.
So it has a minimalistic design. So ZigBee communication, you can unlock via your smartphone. So which is HTML5. I'm going to be coming to that. I'm going to be explaining that. So you can also check your log status. So you can also support remote always open mode, support more than 10,000 access. So it means you can integrate up to 10,000 access cards on the ZL500. So the mode of communication, it uses ZigBee. So ZigBee is the generator, but there are different types of ZigBee. And I'm going to be giving you a specific ZigBee communication device that will work with ZL500. So you won't be getting the wrong ZigBee type. So we have different types of ZigBee for different particular purposes. So we also have the ZL600. So the ZL600 has a 96H salt spray test for humid environment. So it means you can install it outdoor. So it has a salt spray. So it is not going to be corrosive. So it is built to eliminate corrosion. So you can always know that your ZL600 can withstand extreme temperatures. So we also have the monitor those status in real time from anywhere. So the warranty is 3 years, battery life up to 1 year, support remote. So this one has, so support remotes always open mode. So this is the case material. So basically, when you are getting any devices, you should check the specifications, and you should the increase in the development of each product comes with different cost level. So in this training, I would employ us not to ask any question about how much is this log or how much is this log. So if you want to get that information to be sent to you on chat, you can chat it to be sent to you on chat. So you reach out to our salespeople. They are going to give you details on the cost of each of these logs. So then we have the ZL700. So ZL700 is fireproof. It has a fireproof design. So you can see as the log advances, you can see the rigidity level. So you should know what you want to buy, even without even thinking about the cost. So if you are going to be installing it in an area where you know is prone to probably vandalism or some of these hazards, you should know the kind of lock you'd be getting. So you can unlock via a smartphone, and it has ZigBee communication. So you can notice differences between the LH series and the ZL series. So you can see that the LH series, all they do is they don't have any mode of communication. They don't have any wireless communication. So you can't, they don't have any wireless module. So all they just do, all the LH series, what they do is they just work on parameters. They work on basic parameters encoded in the card. So from the software, so you encode these certain parameters. Okay, closed card creates certain cards. So these cards are basically parameters. You encode them on the card, then you map it to the log. So that's basically what LH do. But with ZL, it comes with much more advanced functionalities that is suitable for every area you want to achieve it with. So this is the wireless control panel, the SLG 410, which is the ZigBee. So you know, I said we have different types of ZigBee. So, and these are the supported products: ZL500, ZL600, and ZL700. So you can see that ZL400 was not mentioned. So ZL500, ZL600, ZL700, and you can see the max node. So max node means interconnecting different ZigBee can connect up to, so ZigBee can work, we can have up to 10 ZigBees connected to each other. So you can have up to 10 ZigBee. Then we have the wireless protocol. It uses 802.11, 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. So if you're going to be using it if you're going to connecting it to the Wi-Fi, don't connect it with a Wi-Fi of bandwidth 5.0. Should always make sure that the Wi-Fi is 2.4 gigahertz. So all these little things are very important, because by the time you're trying to configure, do your configuration and all that, you might be using 5.0 and you'll be wondering why this lock is not connecting to this particular ZigBee, not knowing that you are using a network of 5.0 bandwidth. So all these things should always be, you should always pay cognizance to all these things. So this is the control panel SLG 410. So when you get the lock, you should automatically get your SLG also. So as you're buying the lock, you should buy SLG control panel with it. So if you're buying ZL series starting from ZL 500, so you should always get your wireless control panel with it. So it is very important. So this is the USB desktop encoder. So this is the card encoder. So it's compatible with ZKBiosecurity HLMS. So you don't just get any encoder. So after this section, I'm going to be sharing this slide, but also we have all these informations. We have them on our website. So it's just for you to know when you are giving out specific solutions, you should always know the type of products and solutions to come up with. So when you are offering some particular solutions, so that's basically what that is about. So this is the topology. This is how it works. So we have the locks connected to the gateway. As you can see, the gateway one, which is the ZigBee, connecting two locks. So can connect up to 20 locks, a maximum of 20 locks. So you can connect up to 20 locks on one gateway. So you can connect up to 20 locks on one gateway. So you can have two gateways. So each gateway takes a maximum of 20 locks. 20, that's 40 locks. So you connect them to your Wi-Fi, then link them to the ZKBiosecurity Hospitality Management. So we call it ZKBiosecurity HLMS. So I'm going to show you how ZKBiosecurity HLMS, what it is. So it is basically like ZKBiosecurity B5000. It is basically the same, not in terms of functionalities, but in terms of not in terms of purpose, but in terms of functionalities. So they are basically the same in terms of purpose, because the idea is to integrate, right? So when you're trying to integrate your hotel management system, when you're trying to integrate your hotel management system, you are trying to integrate it with your access control, time and attendance, probably in your hotel. You also have some doors that are used for access, but basically not for room access. They are just for probably office entry access, entry into the receptionist room, and entry into the CEO's office. So you can have some little bit of access control in those areas, and you can also have time and attendance for all the employees managing your hotel. So instead of having different solutions, having different applications managing them, so you can have this ZK Hospitality Management System. So you can use it for for that particular purpose. So that is where we have the difference between ZK Hospitality Management and ZK Biosecurity V5000. So that is the hospitality management it basically borders around hotel management. So, and if you're using a solution, you tend to use that. So I wouldn't expect when you are using hotel solution, you are using ZK Biosecurity V5000 for hotel solution. So I would expect you to use the hospitality management for hotel solution. So they are basically the same thing. You don't have to wrap around. You don't have to wrap around how this should work. How is this going to work? These are two different software. They basically work the same way. They follow the same set of parameters. So I used to tell people, if you know just one ZK solution, you can know all solutions. You can know all ZK solutions. If you know just one ZK solutions, you can know all solutions. So this is basically how the topology works. So, and also, you can also have in this topology, you can also have a remote view, which I'm going to be showing you. So I'm going to be connecting to my China server. I'm going to be connecting to a Chinese server. I'm going to be connecting to a Chinese server from here, just to show you how easy it is, how easy it is to manage, to have imagine having your software, having it installed here in Nigeria, and probably you're traveling to Ghana as you are the CEO of this big hotel brand. You have multiple hotels in Lagos, and you're traveling to UK. Then you're bothered around the management of all your hotel. So ZKBiosecurity HLMS, we give you this ability to be able to view the activities that are happening in real time, and to be able to get the reports of all the activities that are happening in real time on your hotel. So you won't be given a false report, right? So it gives you this effective management. So let me show you this. Let me show you all this. So before showing the software, do we have any question? Do you have any question? Please, you can raise your hand. Okay, there are some questions in the chat. Someone is saying, okay, one has been attended to. All right. So let me take you to, so this is ZK Biosecurity Hospitality. So this is the ZKTeco website. So this is ZKTeco website. Oh, someone is saying, how many rooms do we consider a big size, a big room size hotel project? So it depends on the number. It depends on, like I said, it depends on what. Number one, when you are giving solutions, you have to consider your costs. Number two, you have to consider what you want to implement. Just like the biolog can support up to 2,000 rooms, because you are basically just creating rooms and just mapping them to the LH to the logs. But in this case, we have so many functionalities that you want to achieve. You want to view remotely, you want to manage remotely, you want to generate reports, you want to have a report of all your, you need all those things. So you don't have to bother about how many rooms is this or this. It depends on what you want to achieve. That was why at the beginning I said we are not doing away with, we are not basically doing away with the LH series. The LH series are still very much in town. They are still very much useful. So they are costly. They are less costly, but they don't offer the advanced functionalities that the ZL series offers. They don't offer those advanced functionalities. So that is why. So someone is saying, can you explain how we can integrate access control, time and attendance, and hotel door logs using the same ZL logs? So that is where people tend to confuse it. So you can't use an hotel log for access control. You can't use an hotel log for attendance. An hotel log is for room management. An hotel log is an hotel log, right? But I'm saying if you have a building, if you have an hotel building, you can't install hotel logs on every part of the building. Hotel logs are basically for rooms, for the hotel rooms. So every other part of the building that requires access, you can integrate your access control, your time and attendance systems, time and attendance reserved for the employees, your elevator control system, so you can integrate them and manage them on one platform. So ZL logs are hotel logs. They are hotel logs. They are not access control solutions. They are not time and attendance solutions. They are hotel logs. So I hope that answers your question. So this is the website. This is the link. So I think let me share the link too. So I'll be sharing the link to everyone so you can check it out. So this is the link to Access Hospitality. So I'm going to be showing you hospitality. So this is hospitality. So you can see hospitality is quite, so there's nothing really different about hospitality. It is just the feel, the skin, change of skin, and it's just this change of skin. And so mind you, if you are installing hospitality, all these modules are not free, they are paid. So, and they don't come up presets as you install it. You won't see them presets. You might probably see personnel, access, and hotel, then probably attendance, or you see personnel and hotel. So, but if you want other modules, so when it now comes to the point of integration, you now want to have your attendance, you now want to, so you can now request for those modules from our sales. So as you can see in the advanced section, so this is a demo software. So, and with the demo software, every point we are going to be having every point. So just for you to see. So on your Biosecurity HLMS software, after installing using the link I sent to you, so you might probably see just personnel and hotel. So if you need any other modules, you can now make requests. Okay, I need these modules, I need these attendance points, I need attendance module, I need access module. So you can see we have access modules, talks about the doors, we have attendance, we have the elevator, we have the hotel module, we have the visitors, we have the parking, we have the patrol. So it depends on what you want to use, what the modules you want. So let's say I have an hotel building and I only want access control, attendance, I want to use it with my hotel solution. Because HLMS hospitality management is basically built for hotel solutions. So if anybody comes to you if you are recommending solutions, you should always recommend hotel solution. If you are recommending any hotel solution, you should always recommend ZKTeco HLMS. You should always recommend ZKTeco HLMS. So it's the perfect fit. So you should always recommend ZKTeco HLMS for the hotel solutions. So someone is saying, is the license perpetual? So the license is one of, depending on the number of modules you want. So someone is saying, can we get this demo software for installers to study and get familiar? So I've sent a link to you. So you download using that link. So when you download, you get 60 days free trial. So you get 60 days free trial. So you can do whatever thing you want to do using that 60 days trial. So you can use it to do whatever you want to do. So that's it. So this is the hospitality manager. You can see that it's not really, it's just skin. If I show you V5000, you see they are basically, so they basically serve different purpose, but the same functionalities. So, and the differences in the little differences in the functionalities is just the hotel. It's just the hotel module. So that's a little difference. So I recommend that people use ZKTeco HLMS. But in a case where you are having, when you are getting our LH series, so that is when you now use the ZK Biolog. So someone is saying, can you share the ZKTeco HLMS solutions with me? So I've sent a link to everyone. So just access the link. You are even going to see, let me show you. So this is the link. So this link, it will take you to this website. So you can see the manual, the user manual. You can download the user manual. You can download the brochure. Probably if you have a presentation to companies you want to do, so you can download the brochure. So you can also download the software. So this is so it will ask you, so ZKTeco would normally ask you to log in. So it is just a quick register. You can quickly register on ZKTeco website, you log in and you make your downloads. So it is just to get good customer feedback, to know that you're part of us and you're using our product effectively. So would basically ask you to register before making any downloads. So this is the ZK Bio HLMS. So, and this is the hotel module. This is the hotel module. So I'm basically, so as you can see, this is a public address. So this is a public address from with a public port from China. So I'm basically accessing this through a Chinese server. So to show you that you can basically manage your system from anywhere you are in the world, as long as you have a public address and a public port. So you can manage it from anywhere. So regarding the public address, all you have to do is to contact your ISP. So you can they'll configure a public port for you, and you are good to go. So this is the hotel module. So we have the device. So the device section is where you connect your device with your gateway. So these are gateways. So, and these are logs. So each gateways can support up to 20 logs. So this is the pairing status to show your connection. So after this training, I'm going to be sharing a slide. So particularly for the installers, today I'm just talking about getting people familiarized with the solution. Subsequently, I'll be going technical, showing you how you can connect this to this, how you can add this to this. So, but for this training, it is to get familiarized with the HLMS, Hotel Log Management System. So it is to get yourself familiarized with it and see the functionalities and how it works. So this is the room management, room monitoring, room monitor. And also you can with the HTML5. So our ZKBiosecurity HLMS has this HTML5 hotel. It's just like an app, but it's basically it is not an APK. So it is a HTML5 web form where users can remotely book reservations. So where you can book reservations, probably let's say you integrate you're integrating your hotel website, you're integrating it with ZK hotel log management system. So you can do it in such a way, you can have it in such a way that in such a way that once a user registers on your hotel website, a link is sent to the user to make reservation. So they can make reservations and they just come to the hotel, you register card, you just issue the card for that particular room, you issue it for them. So that is basically it. So you can also check the room status. As you can see, all rooms, the vacant rooms, rooms that need cleaning, checked in, overstayed, maintaining, stop use. So daily rent by hour, room service. So you can basically see a lot of rooms and a lot of buildings. So you can set all these functions and effectively monitor them. You can monitor up to 1,000 rooms or more than on HLMS. So that's the beauty of it. So also you can set guest reservation. So you can set guest reservation, you can check through reservation list. So the most important part that people want to know, would like to know about, is the reports. So you can see the reports, guest check-in reports. So you can see the guest check-in reports. This is a Chinese web server. You can see the daily rents, check-in type, daily rents, room name, first name, the card number used to access, the check-in time, that the particular time that this particular card was used on this particular door, and the checkout time. So many informations you can see. All these informations, you can't get them on. You can't get them on ZKBiolog. You can't get them on ZKBiolog. So you basically get all these informations in. So I advise people, if you are making a solution, I'll say it once again, if you are making an hotel solution, probably you want to integrate it with you have an hotel project. So I'll basically want people to don't use the V5000, because someone actually used there was this hotel project. Someone contacted me and he has used V5000 with Biolog. He used V5000, then he used Biolog.
Alpha.
Said he wants
I want to ask you something about. I request for meter.
So he used V5000. Sorry, apologies for that. So he used V5000 and he used Biolog. So he was now asking me that he wants to see guests check-in, which is not possible on Biolog. And it is not possible for that product you're using. So when you are giving recommend, and he has already gotten like 20 logs, thinking he's going to achieve this, he's going to see reports of guest check-in and guest checkouts and all those things. So, but to God be the glory, he was able to return the logs because he hasn't installed it. and it was able to get the ZL series. So that's basically, so we have to know the kind of solutions we want to profile to our clients. So you can see the guest check-in reports, you can see the room occupancy reports. So you can see different you can see the room occupancy reports. You can see the check-in time, the check-out time. You can export it. You can export it. You can export in Excel, in PDF, in CSV, in TST. So you can export those reports. So you can also see the room charges reports, issue card reports, write card remotely, log reports, device command list. Device command list is basically for us. We at ZKTeco, if you're having any issues, so we ask you to send us a log report so we can help you fix issues as regard probably your lock mode, your sync mode, so we can help you solve issues like that. So these are the modules. You can see that all these modules are basically the same. So if you are familiar with ZKTeco biosecurity, you see that they are basically the same thing. So when I say HLMS, so you don't think of, what is this solution again that ZKTeco is trying to? So the solutions are basically the same. So I'd like us to try it. So in our next sections, basically, before going technical in our next section, we basically have to discuss this. Then before going technical, to see how effectively you can maximize this. If you have any questions, you can ask. We can talk about it. So these are the modules, the personnel modules, the access modules, just like we have it in biosecurity, the elevator module, the attendance module. So you can link your attendance with your hotel consumption module. So if you have a restaurant in the hotel, so the visitor module, the parking module, patrol module, entrance module, pay skills, video module. So you can have all these. So someone, William Oju Bali. Okay. So Mr. William, you can unmute.
Okay, thanks for the presentation and for the training. Yeah. So I want to ask, so what is the distance between the hotel lock and the gateway? Because for instance, if I have like 21 floors of 21 floors, that is a building, and for let's say each floor I have close to like 21 rooms. Okay. So and you said one gateway can take 20 maximum. Yes. So what is it? So how do I place my gateway to accommodate those locks? So I want to know what is the allowable distance for those for the gateway.
So the maximum distance from the gateway to one lock is basically 10 meters. That's the maximum distance. That's the maximum distance.
10 meters. So that means for a floor that is more than that, so you have to have more than one.
You have to have more than. You have to have two
more than one.
Yeah, you have to
two
have
nodes on each floor.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're making an exception of someone that bought a lock or something. So, this kind of thing during the time of inspection, or you want to do a survey of the site. These are things one needs to have beforehand so that you make that mistake. So if it's probably convenient for you on your slide or your video, if you can put the exceptions of, okay, this locks work for this software, this works for this works for this, so that one cannot make that mistake. Because you can imagine someone has bought all the logs and installed them only to find out that, oh, it's not compatible. That is a very, very costly mistake.
That's
Understand? Yeah.
basically why we are having.
So that is the reason for this training. So if you can
That's the
also,
reason.
while reading, and you can have that exception written somewhere, so one can have that as a guide.
Yeah. So you can see, as you can see in the did you join the training from the beginning?
No, I joined like 20 minutes late.
Yeah.
Apologies for that.
Yeah, because I basically explained all that and I showed them in the slide from the beginning. But,
Apologies, please. Sorry to draw you back.
Yeah, but thanks for the feedback anyways. Mr. Omoni. Mr. Omoni, can you lower your hands and ask your question? So if you have any questions, let's talk, let us discuss. Let's discuss about the HLMS solution. Mr. Omoni. Okay, let me go back to the slide and so this slide will be shared to everyone. At the end of this meeting, this slide will be shared to everyone. So this was because Biolog is basically a system-based software. So it's a system-based software. If it is a web-based software, I would have easily connected and showed you. And it is a software that works on Windows. So ZKBiosecurity. So if you need the link, I can send you the link also. So it is on the ZK website. So and it specifically works with the LH series, like I said. So we have the LH65000, we have the LH75000, we have the LH, we have the LH5000. So it basically works with the LH series. So ZK basically works with the ZK Biolog works with the LH series. So like I said, the LH series, they are basically legacy products, but you can't downplay their functionalities also, because when you consider cost and you see solutions that, okay, you really don't want much, you just want something that works, and you want something that's fancy and works. You are not really bothered around the functionalities around it. Then you can go for the LH6500, use it with Biolog. So I'm also going to be taking a class on Biolog so that people can really see how Biolog also is, but that will be in a different section. Probably I'm probably going to show it before the technical class on the HLMS. So you're going to see the differences between both. So just like on Biolog, you can't use those logs to achieve remote viewing. You can't also generate any form of report. You can't generate check-in, check-out report just like you do on the ZL series. It has no wireless communication whatsoever. So you are basically just encoding the card, encoding the parameters from the software, encoding them on a card, then mapping them on that particular log. So that's basically what they do. So, and also for something I want to show, I think we are here. So this is how it works, sets SMS. This is how, so this is a workflow of the solution you can adopt with HLMS. So you set SMS or email templates on the cloud. So it has a cloud platform, but the cloud platform is basically not active. So let me go to this because it's not really active. But let's talk about. So this is the device management, like I showed you on the HLMS itself. So there's something I want to show. There's something I want to show. So when it comes to integration, yeah. So open API for third-party hotel management software integrations. So because we have hotels that are using existing software, they have their software. So you don't have to bother about completely eliminating that software. You can actually integrate it with our ZKTeco hospitality also. So it has an open API. So yeah, it is saying available soon, but we have it now. So support inter-industry open API exchange platform for the interlinkage between ZKBiosecurity and third-party applications for hotel. So you can basically integrate our hotel module. So because we are basically integrating biosecurity. So once you integrate biosecurity, you can integrate the modules in it, the module in it, which is the hotel module, integrate it with your software. So the biosecurity basically uses the Postgre database by default, but you can use MySQL. You can also use it with MySQL, Oracle, or any MySQL and Oracle. So if you are not using Postgre, I know the popular database structure that people use is MySQL. So, but it comes default with Postgre. So I'll take this little time, these 4 minutes, to talk about our ZKTeco website. So people tend to giving training, people tend to ask me about support. How can we get support? How can we reach out? It's basically simple. We go to our ZKTeco website. You'll see chat with Dave. So anything you say, so it asks you for your name, you give your name, Tunde, your Gmail, then you choose the department you want to talk to. Do you want to make inquiries? Do you want technical support? You can see they are available, then you continue. So when you do that, you're going to get a response in real time from our support personnel. And if it is inquiry, you're also going to get support in real time. And also, one thing I used to talk about is that because Africa is an open market, right? And there are so many things, there are so many solutions. So if you have a solution and you feel this solution, you want to recommend it to a particular company, you can reach out to us. We work on the solution with you. We give you devices, products that work for this particular solution. You don't have to go online and start searching yourself. You just have to reach out to our inquiry. Then you state what you want to achieve and how you want it to be achieved. So I'm sure if it is something that is achievable, which is definitely going to be achievable by us, we are going to support you on that. We are going to give you full support on that. And it comes free. We're not charging you as long as you are going to be using our product to implement your solution. So helping you map out how the solution works is free as long as you are going to get our solution. So, and you can quickly reach out to our support. You can reach out to us on WhatsApp, you can reach out to us on Facebook, you can reach us, but this is reaching out to us in real time. So you can reach out to us here in real time. On WhatsApp, you can talk to our customer care. But if you want to get directly to our support, you just have to come to the website, come here, then just pick the department and send your question. So you are going to get a response immediately in real time. So that's basically it. So in our next section, so we are going to be talking about, so in the coming sections, we are going to be talking about hotel logs and how it works. But now I expect I'll be expecting more solution requests from you guys as regards hospitality management. So you can reach out to us, reach out to us on ZKTeco website. We are going to be with you. Okay, we have 3 people raising up their hands. Time is up, but okay, let's take these 3 and just okay, Mr. Chiedu Bishi. Yeah, I think it's
Okay, hello. Thanks for the presentation. Yeah, my name is Chiedo Koboshi, actually, not Okemeshi. I don't know how the spelling
I said
appears there.
Okoboshi.
Koboshi, okay, correct. Okay, I had 2 questions earlier on, but you've kind of touched on one because I wanted to understand what your integration policies are with regards to other products. The second one, let me just jump right to the second one. The second question is, you spoke a lot about ZKBiosecurity being more of a system application software. Yes. So I wanted to know then with ZKBiosecurity, right? Which are totally different softwares. Is that also applicable to your hospitality management solution? And if so, when it comes to offering remote access, how does that work? When you talk about remote access, is that remote access for the guest or remote access for administration?
So it is basically a remote access for the administrators. So you as an administrator, if you are, let's say, the way it works is that as an administrator, it gives you this mobility. So if you're anywhere and you see that, oh, a particular lock is down, you can quickly call to the service people to make sure that they get there on time and they make those changes. So it gives you this ability to see your logs in real time. So, and probably if because in some situations you basically have card jams. If you have a card jams, it gives you that ability as an administrator to remotely open that particular door. So probably there's an issue with the customer or something. Customer locks the door and forgets and takes the card with them. You know, there are situations whereby we have these hotel occupants. They tend to take the card with them unknowingly. So then you now have to do some setting, configure new cards, but as an administrator, you can remotely open the door. So those are the functionalities of ZKBiosecurity HLMS. Those are the functionalities and the advantages you get for that. Mr. Omoni.
Yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate the training. Please, I want to confirm my question is on integration and configuration. So the gateway, how are we going to power it? Is it using battery, or is it through the PoE, or does it have
the gateway uses a 12 volts. It uses a 12 volts.
12 volts.
When you get the 12 volts, it comes with its adapter, just like devices. Yes, so you get the adapter.
Yeah. Another question is that the gateway, can it configure in such a way that even if you have like 10 floors, the gateway on the second floor can work with the door on the 3rd floor if there's if they can communicate,
yeah, absolutely. It depends on the distance. Okay,
can all the gateway configure as one, maybe like WDS in wireless? No, WDS.
Yeah, so that's why we have nodes. So the intercommunication of gateways you can achieve 10 intercommunication of gateways, just up to 10 intercommunication of gateways, and each gateway can support up to 20 logs.
Okay, fine. So, and then on each floor, or maybe you have like 10 floors, on each floor we have to install our wireless access point there to communicate with the gateway.
Absolutely.
Okay. Fine. So that's the question. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So the last question before we round up, Mr. Enijino Timothy. I think I should give Mr. Enijino Timothy an award. He's always been attending trainings, and I notice you, Mr. Enijino. Mr. Enijuni Timothy.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Timothy.
Yeah, thanks for this beautiful presentation. And I also like this new innovation about the hotel locks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Something so beautiful.
Thanks for always attending this training.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
You are always here. I'm really happy. I'm really grateful.
Thank you so much, sir.
I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much, sir. Meanwhile, we have L series, and this is Z series.
Yes.
And from what I'm hearing now, he said L series does not support this HLMS
yes.
biosecurity, what's it called, access.
Yes.
That's this software we're talking about.
Hospitality, yes.
Okay, so it's Z series that support that. I just want to be clear about that.
Yes, sir.
And so
yes.
Can we integrate this in Bio 260 case B alongside with this solution?
So
because I know that this in Bio case B, it uses IVS, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so let me break it down. So in bio is an access control device that serves access control solution.
Okay.
So our hotel logs, they serve hotel log solutions. So now, okay, when you now have a building whereby you are implementing access control and you are implementing hotel solution, so that is when you can now go for the ZKBio HLMS. So as you can see, let me show you. I'm sure you are very familiar with IVS, right?
Sure. So
as you can see, this is HLMS. You can see the access module. You can see the access. So in this access module, you can now add your in-bio to this access module. So instead of having ZKBio access IVS and ZKHLMS, so you can just have ZKHLMS, have your access module and your hotel module. Then that's all.
Okay, and it will work.
And it will work, yeah.
Okay. So, and you also made mention of these other modules that are written here that they have is paid.
Yes.
So is there any idea of the price or?
So that's just visit our website, consult our inquiry, and they'll give you much more information about that.
Okay. But I also have a what's it called, a little challenge. A client bought this in bio case, 260 case B, package B, sorry, from me, and was like, you should use IVS, which is designated to it, but okay, it's not working for him, and it's calling for ZKBiosecurity. So I don't know, how do you think I can manage such clients?
So I don't see a case where anybody wants to work for IVS. So, and if the client insists on you using ZKBiosecurity, you can also use ZKBiosecurity. But mind you, all you just have to tell the client is that the license for ZKBiosecurity is much more higher, and hence the reason why we have the ZKBioaccess IVS. So you just have to tell your customer to look at it from the cost perspective. But if you still insist, then you can now use ZKBiosecurity. And for the issues you are having, you can just reach out to our support, contact our support. They are going to help you. You can even do that now. Just go to ZK West Africa. Let me show you. Go to ZK West Africa. In this,
I'm familiar with this.
So just chat on and
right,
they'll pick it up in real time. All right. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Engineer. So thank you very much, everyone. See you again in the next section. Bye.